Anena mo drive. Anena mo drive. Anena mo, Hosanna la anena mo nebra mo be. Anena mo nebra mo be. Anena mo, direct anena mo nebra mo be. Oh yeah, anena mo nebra mo be. Mayala, I got him mayala anena mo nebra mo be. Asata wola anena mo nebra mo be. Sa owu dobala anena mo, ula anena mo nebra mo be. Mose ko ala anena mo, ula anena mo nebra mo be. Lo aye be o royo. Anena mo, lo aye be. Oh, anena mo, lo aye be. Lo aye be o, lo aye be o. Anena mo, lo aye be.
Okay, we are back again. Sorry for the little interruption in there. That we got to send our man John Goa to actually go and help out. Now the superintendent is backstage, and we are ready to take to carry on with the show. Superintendent Ellis Grant is here. The honorable man is here from all the way Grand Jita County. We got Mr. Doru here, and General Doe gonna be here pretty soon. Once we stop seeing his face, we're gonna bring him on here. But ladies and gentlemen, our superintendent is here with us, and we're gonna have a 1 hour fruitful discussion. Again, we will have 20 minutes to 30 minutes with the superintendent. Then we're gonna open the line, but our caller should be respectful here and ask questions that will benefit our country. Honorable Superintendent, how you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
That's Honorable Chesia Grant right there. It is Chesia Grant, Superintendent for Grand Jita County. Is that the Dworu? What are you doing? You writing questions for the Superintendent?
Oh yeah, Prince. I mean, that's what we are here for.
Okay.
I'm a good question. Let me read questions.
Oh, let me read a question. Okay, Mr. Dworu, you want to tell where you're joining us from?
I'm in Fargo, North Dakota, in the United States of America.
Okay, Mr. John Goa, right there in studio in Grand Jita and Voice of Jita 88.9. Welcome to the show, Mr. John Goa.
The Prince over is 8.5, not 8.9.
Oh, I keep making mistake. I keep making that one mistake. I'm sorry. I'll write it down. And next time we're talking 88.5. If you are in, where you tune into 88.5 and listen to your superintendent. So John Goa, your superintendent for the county, is here with us tonight, 1 hour. So, but the superintendent promised us again that Sunday we'll have 2 hours with him. The superintendent is available. Thank God we have superintendents, or we have superintendent that will come to be making itself available to the media. We're going to have a very good thing out of Grand Jita County. But superintendent, thank you for accepting our invitation and for even, let me give you a flower, for even answering our phone calls whenever we call upon you. Thank you very much.
No problem. I'm not only available, I'm also accessible.
Okay, so now when I come to Grand Jita, I will see you. When I come to
available and accessible
and see the super. Okay, that's good. That's good. John Goa, this is our superintendent here. We got 20 minutes to 30 minutes question with him. Then from there, we can open the line. You open your lines, I open my line here for those in the diaspora. The conversation is just not limited to only the people in the diaspora. This is the conversation with the superintendents, people back home and people here in the diaspora can join, and then we can have a fruitful conversation with our superintendent. Superintendent, how's your county? How's everything so far?
Oh, very great, very good. And I mean, we are glad to be here, keeping our commitment to talk to our people.
So
the county is quiet, very quiet.
The county is quiet, very, very quiet. So, Superintendent, let's go right there. Let's go right there. Superintendent, you say the county is quiet. It's very, very quiet. Superintendent, some disturbing news came out of your county. I think on 2 weeks ago from Grand Juda County about a 4-year-old child. A 4-year-old child that was allegedly ripped by a 20-some-year-old guy. And we've been having the child mom parents on our show. They seems to not get justice. They're crying for justice. You know about that? Have you heard about that, Superintendent?
All right, thank you so much about the issue of the alleged rape. I heard it. I visited a parent. In fact, today the father was also here with me. We had some conversation. But I'm doing everything to refrain from public statement on this because it is prejudices when the case is in court. The public is prevented from speaking on it. And knowing the fact that as a former lawmaker, cognizant of some of these legal issues, I thought to remain silent. I only visited the mom and I told her she should be, she should not be, too lousy about it because as a child and the name coming up frequently, it really doesn't send strong message because it's a true to, would be proud. Of course, sometimes you take the courage, but once it's in court already, you stop talking so that people sometimes don't misconstrue you or take some of the things you may say to use it against you in the court of, competent code of jurisdiction or the code they are there because lawyers are very, very when the good at lawyering. So it's
Yeah.
good to once you already submitted a case, yes, you can do your bike deal talking, but talking to people in the public, talking to radio stations and things, they could use it against you. Some of the statements that you may make and they
Oh,
may come out, you can graduate. So I told her and she has
let's radio internet. He and John gone. I hope they're now on the same internet. Mostly Garo said the man I'm married, she won't marry me. Our sister. Our sister won't go marry our superintendent. Ladies and gentlemen, we're waiting on the superintendent. The internet, it's just raining in Grand Juda County. You saw John gone off, and he gone off also. John is in the same neighborhood with the Tottenham Palace right there. So he just ran to the superintendent house and palace. And we have an internet issue. The superintendent is gone again, John. Go out.
Yeah, the superintendent just left the line. I think that's the fault from the network. I will hope that the
Yeah.
superintendent come back here on the line to that sort of discuss. As maybe aware, we are in a rainy season, and the condition of the weather become very difficult now today. Even to even get back here in studio when I was coming from the county superintendent resident to work on his stuff. The rain was very heavy. I have to force him to come back to the studio. And so I think he's back. Prince, you can urge the superintendent in sort of start.
Superintendent, welcome back. The internet.
thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, actually we are committed to staying on to the end. So so we had a conversation. The father came here today, he expressed some dissatisfaction that he thinks that the county attorney is not speeding
Also,
up.
welcome.
I actually went. Oh, thank you. Are you getting me?
We're getting you. You're loud and clear.
Okay, okay. Yeah, so I spoke to the county attorney. I even tried to see if he could make it today, but he said he couldn't make it today. He will come to me tomorrow. We'll have the conversation again and see maybe if he can make it on Sunday to appear with me. But I'm doing what I can do to ensure that justice is
Okay.
served.
Okay. You don't want to interfere
Yeah.
with the process. That's
Yeah, I don't want to make public statements and things so that I'm not seeing, because the process of being seen are prejudices.
Yeah, we understand that. But
Yeah.
the county attorney, Mr. Nah, Wickham's Nah, and I brought him on the show. I think it was last week, John, when we asked him a question. and he said that the child's mom, spoke to him some kind of way in the courthouse, and he didn't like it. So he was thinking about, you know, giving recruiting himself from the process. So you're now the superintendent for our county. When our prosecutor is recruiting himself, who's going to seek justice for that little child?
That's why I want to talk to him tomorrow and see why. I mean, talk to him. Let me hear from him. If he says that, then of course we can see alternative lawyer. Because if people feel that he probably like compromised or something happened and they will not have trust in him, and he too will not have trust in the client, or the client does not believe him, then we can seek alternative. I mean, he's not the only lawyer in Liberia. The government still has the capacity to produce more lawyers.
Okay, John Goa.
Yeah, so Honorable Superintendent, I heard you talking about you hearing from the county Antonin before coming in with the issue that has to do with the county attorney recusing himself in the case. I mean, this is not something that is hidden. The county attorney recused himself in the case even before the hearing of the case before the magisterial court. The first day he was absent. Even today, the county attorney switched off his phone and he was not responding to any text messages or calls. And how well are you going to work on things and making sure that this young man in question workings not actually go about focusing on people cases in Korean the county? This is not the first time. This young man has been alleged that he's been playing on people cases. And also, he's just coming. But let's hear from you for that angle.
Yeah, but if it is something that people think that he has been playing on people cases, then of course we need to find an alternative lawyer. Okay, if the clients don't have confidence in you, then you cannot continue with that. All right, then you can continue. If the client doesn't have confidence in you and you insisting that I will do it, then it's like you have something on your sleeves. But if the client doesn't have confidence in you and you say, okay, since you don't have confidence in me, I will recuse myself. I think it's good for the client and it's important to seek alternative lawyer. So all I want to confirm, if he says that and there are good reasons, then we can ask the Ministry of Justice to produce somebody who can, I mean, prosecute a case. Because you cannot force him to say you must do it.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, the result, you feel that he is compromised, then, I mean, so the best we can do is seek an alternative lawyer who understands the issues and to prosecute the case. That's what I see. And I think that's the alternative that we should seek. Begin insists that he must do it. If you already don't trust your lawyer, how can you continue with him?
Okay.
So yes, as a soup, I mean, these few times he have been like being closed door. Most time he stays home. He say after diagnosis, he doesn't like to go out. So I invited him to come tomorrow to me because by the law he is my legal advisor. So he has to come so that we sit and talk. I wanted him on this thing tonight, but he said that tomorrow you have time to come to me. So when he comes tomorrow, like I'm telling you now, I'm not going to this weekend. Then then we might appear together tomorrow if he comes and consent that he wants to appear. Then we might appear on Sunday. But as of
Oh,
now, I don't want to preempt why he is not coming and then making decision, maybe making decision about who does the prosecution or not.
okay. Mr. Doru, welcome. Mr. Thomas Doe, you too welcome here. This is our superintendent. We're having a conversation with him. If you got a question for him or statement, you're welcome to join us now, Mr. Doru. After that, we'll go to Mr. Thomas General Doe. Thomas Doe.
Thank you, Prince. As always, we want to say thank you again. You, in collaboration with the team, is Wedru. I don't even know how much, how to express this, in my own word, but in the Chin, language, Balankula, I would say Azio. Um, it's a very good thing to have the superintendent with us, and we want to say almost welcome to have interaction with your
Thank
people.
you.
My first
Thank
question to
you.
you, Honorable Lieutenant, and our listening audience want to say thank you for
Mm.
coming. Anything that has to do with our
Thank
county,
you.
Grand Jide is our heartbeat,
Mhm.
and we are very much concerned. For
Yeah.
us being in the diaspora does
Thank
not,
you.
subtract us from being Nigerians. So, Honorable Superintendent, this is my question. Are you aware that since the untimely death of Honorable Madison Guion, there are some sons of Grand Jide who have been illegally arrested and put in jail? And if so, do you have any plan for their immediate release so they can join their fellow, Grandians and move around freely in Grand Jide like you are? That's my first question. Or you want me to come with the second one, then you can
Come with the
answer
second
both of them
question.
together.
He's writing your question. So come with the second one.
Mm.
Then
Okay.
You have
answer.
a come with
My
all the questions.
my
You have to
second
come with
question
all the
has to
questions. And you ask them
my,
day by day.
how do you want to answer them?
Yeah, yeah. Let
Come
me
with
get it down, then I can
come with all the
respond.
questions.
You want you
Okay.
to come with both questions before you speak, or you want to answer them at one at a
Yeah,
time?
yeah, yeah. Let me do it. Let me do. Just ask the question.
Okay. My second question has to do, I know other people got some questions to raise, but I'll limit mine to two. My second question has to do with the issue of smart FM radio in Grand Jide. We
Good.
received information that you threatened to fire the station manager, and you went as far as appointing board of advisors on your own. And we got some document in our position that clearly defines the role of the radio station and the role of the county authority. That they should have nothing to do with the radio station operation, except maybe if they call you, for your intervention and some advice. But government policy should be outside of the radio station. But despite all of this here, against the constitution of the radio station, you got involved and decided to dismiss the board members and appoint your own board officials. If this is true, and if it is true, can you clarify?
All right. Thank you.
Mhm.
Firstly, let me start with your first question. That is talking about some Nigerians were illegally arrested. Is that the case?
Yes, and
Yeah.
it's still in jail.
Was that a question?
Yes, the
Yeah.
following
Some
they are still
Nigerians
in
are
jail.
not aware. I am not
Yes.
aware that any Nigerian was illegally arrested. I don't know why were they arrested.
Well, Mr. Superintendent, when the representative of District 1, the Era Madison Dev News popped out that December, I think 6th or 5th, there was a riot in the county and people burned people's houses, looted,
Okay.
people were arrested. They are
Okay.
still in jail. Your county does not have due process. Do you keep people in jail for eternity or what, until they die? Because we know due
Oh, okay,
process.
okay, okay.
Due process
All right.
exists in
All right. Thank you.
due process exists in the Republic of Liberia. You got 72 hours to hold men charging. They are charged, but they are sitting down without appearing in front of a judge. Their legal rights have
Thank
been
you. Thank
violated.
you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I know people were charged and to court when the riot took place, and the court sent them into sent them into pre-trial detention. Okay, I remember when I came a month ago when the court was opening, that case was on the docket. But because of the court term and then the late arrival of the judge, and they had one rape and murder case from Batajan that took longer time, and the 40 some more days allotted for trial elapsed and the court closed. But those guys are in pre-trial detention, they are waiting trial because they have various charges. So I don't think, because I heard illegally. That's why I'm asking. That's I don't know of anybody who was illegally arrested. If people were arrested and charged sent to the court, and the court sent them to pretrial detention because of the magnitude of the case. I don't think that was illegal arrest. The only thing is the trial time is getting longer. But again, you come and you have only one judge presiding over several cases. You know, there are some cases that can be tried by the secondary magistrates. There are some that are exclusively triable by the circuit court. So the magisterial court will not take over cases that belong to circuit court, and the circuit court has only one judge, resident judge or assigned judge at a time. So if they have a case that will span for longer time over the period, then you can have some of these things happening. We have one circuit court in Grand Jury
Well,
and one
Superintendent,
judge.
I think Superintendent, my little advice that you have to, because the guy's been in jail now for more than 9 months. The riot happened December 6th, December 7th, 8th, they started arresting them. If you come from December to September, you look at that months. That's almost 9 months. They are in jail. They are sitting there. If there's a need for, I mean, you talking about some case of rape case, I told 40 some more days. We're talking about if you count the days in nine months, you're going to almost a year right there, Superintendent. You can't keep.
Okay, I'll make a follow up on that. I'll make a.
They need due process. Nobody's saying go release people, go, but they need to appear
Of
in front
course,
of a
of
judge.
course.
They need to appear in front of a
Sure,
judge.
sure.
That's what our law says. Our law says hold the man 72
I'm
hours.
making a commitment.
Yeah. So I
I'm
hope
making a commitment that I will follow up on this case. I'm making a commitment that I will follow up on this case, particular case you're talking about. Let me know why they are delaying the case so long. All right? I will personally make a follow up on this case. I saw it on the docket last court term. I've not seen the docket for this term. I will call me. I will personally visit the court next week.
okay.
So the upper Sunday when we're talking, I'll be able to give you a feedback on it on their
Okay.
case. All right?
You heard
Yeah.
Mr. Dury's second question?
Yeah. The second question is the smart radio situation.
Yeah.
The smart radio situation. He said he has a policy document. Sometimes, and then if I say, please share it with me, let me look at what you have. I don't know. He may think that it's taking long, but I think he should do that. The document he has, I'll send my email. Let him share what he has with me. But as far as I'm concerned, I have both documents. One that was fake in November of 2019, and then the documents that we have, the smart radio document that we have, as far as I know, the both training have expired. It expired 4 years ago. All right, but they are illegally holding on to the offices. Look, the democracy have tenants. The tenants of democracy that gave them right, that gave the freedom of speech. It also provides for rule of law. All right.
Yeah.
It also provides for rule of law. If you're elected to serve 3 years, after your 3 years, you didn't conduct election and stay and overstay like 4 additional years. But then you come back, you want my administration to give you money to run a radio station that you are illegally occupying. So I said, no, you have lost your term. People complain to me, and I invited the board, come over, let's discuss. And when I called them, they came here and confirmed in June that their term have expired. And they wanted the whole election in July. I said, okay, go ahead and conduct this election. July came and gone, they didn't hold election. August came and gone, no election. So we cannot continue to keep, people who are unconstitutionally holding on to power. This is not fair to the community. To the extent the board of directors of the community, the manager even went single-handedly and did another law that reduced them to a board of advisor. Okay? But my point here is, before I did it, I consulted with the Association Liberian Radio, Association of Liberian Community Radios. He and I Aliko also. He and I had conversation. He said, but I didn't go after manager. My concept is set up this ad hoc committee that people will come, all right, people, the various institutions that are supposed to designate people. We designate their people, the ad hoc committee conducts the election, then the smart manage or bona, they're going to establish will hold election among themselves and decide whoever. I don't care about whoever they choose. There are institutions that are responsible. But my point here is, if your tenure expire, move from there. You cannot hold on to this station as if to say it was your personal property. No, it's a community radio station, right? I, for one, as the superintendent of the county, I took oath to protect the constitution and laws of Liberia. If you have a radio station that has bylaws and constitution, those bylaws and constitution are laws. They are administrative laws. So if you have your own administrative laws or regulations and you don't respect them, as a sign of early warning, I should get involved and make appropriate action that will correct the mistakes or the violation of other people's rights or the laws that you have. I'm not removing people to prove my personal people, but I will be saying, our argument here is, you are out of the law. You have lost your mandate. If you lost your mandate, you do not have the authority to conduct any election anymore. That is the situation.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So that's the point. They lost their mandate.
Let's go now to Mr. Zoe. Dimitri Zoe, you want to put your camera?
But before then,
facing your cameras, Dimitri Zoe.
Before then, please tell Mr. iPhone camera is or Mr. Doru to share with me the document he has that talk about that prohibit or government official or they don't have law. Those are bylaws.
And the radio station is a community radio station.
It's a community radio station. I'm a part of the community, so I don't know why you prohibit me.
Tomodo, General Tomodo, why are you laughing? Go ahead.
General Tomodo, you listen to the county superintendent on that, the chief executive officer. He says it's part of the community, so you cannot be exonerated from the issue of community activities. So you basically
I cannot.
Your question has been answered. Metric Zia, let's hear from you. The man who almost won the election in
I thought you were asking me.
No, that ask Zoe. Zoe will go, then we can. You met Zoe here. He went off that one. We came to you. So Zoe, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Dover, and the panelists on the show there. Thank you, Mr. Superintendent. I've been monitoring, I've been listening. Unfortunately, I'm at work, and it came to a crucial stage that I'm very little bit busy. For correction purposes, the panelists, I'm not the one that took part in the elections in Nigeria. I'm still based in the United States. I'm still here. The Dimitri you're talking about is from Yao. It's not me.
Oh, you all got the same name. He needs Zoe too.
No, it's
Thanks for the disclaimer.
Oh, it's not the guy, John. It's not him.
Sorry, Chief. I thought
It's better as Zoe. Ain't no the animal Zoe. That's Zoe.
And the Zoe. He's here. Okay, so I will be monitoring. I'll be following. If I have questions, I will come back here to ask the questions. For now, in the next 10 minutes, I'm a little bit busy here.
Okay, all right, we got you. We got you. So, Mr. General Doe, Thomas Doe.
Yeah, good evening, Praise. Good evening, Mr. Superintendent. Thank you for being on the platform. And I will appreciate your acceptance and to the invitation. And that's what leader does sometimes, so hear from people. We've been hearing a lot of years say, they say, and it destroy our county. So we make it our duty to bring you over here tonight so we can discuss. Now, my question, I have two questions. The first one, it will have a little bit baby with it. I'm very concerned about the justice system and the security situation in Grand Union County. I heard you spoke about dockets. I want to know, besides the rape case, are you aware there are a lot of cases in the court? You know, Grand Union County does not have a jailhouse. And a little thing you do, you go to correction prison, which is a substitute of better yalla, maximum prison. And I think you're supposed to be there for 90 days for government to be able to prove whatever allegation the guy gives you or to let you go. Are you aware that there are children and correction prison serving almost life sentences because their kids are not being placed on docket, their family member being calling? Are you aware of that? Besides, if so, can you please walk us through, since you took over, what you have been doing, making sure that all of these cases, whether they are true or not, can you really, give us that roadmap, what you have been doing and what you tend to do to make sure that people who claim that their relatives are in prison are not being able to come to court because they don't have money? In cases, the people charging them US dollar 3,000, 5,000, and we know the working population range they can do not make more than $1,000. That's my first question. The second question has to do with, as a tributary of the county, do you have an enemy? Thank you.
As a superintendent of the county, do you have an enemy? That's the man's second question. Do you have any enemy?
Even as the superintendent and not superintendent, I don't have an enemy. That's not my nature. I'm a man of peace, and I think if we have issue, we resolve it, we move on. I don't make enemy. By the way, I'm a retired pastor, and then I'm here to build people's capacity. I don't.
You got a church? Where's your church?
Baby, why you laughing at me? I'm an yes, actually retired Adventist pastor. And
pastor or superintendent 1 minute.
Retire.
Before you go and answer someone's good question, this is from one of our sisters. Please read the statement. Read the statement. Look at the statement and read it.
I'm not seeing it clearly.
Superintendent, put your
glasses I'm wearing glasses, please. The glasses on, but two things.
Say, tell him I like him if he's not married.
I'm married. I've been married for 35 years.
Okay. The Lord said that you want to marry you, you're not married.
Superintendent won't follow our tradition to marry 2 women. He's a pastor. Go ahead,
I'm a retired pastor.
Someone no question.
You retired from 7 God?
He doesn't want to follow.
No, I'm not retired from 7 God. I retired from preaching. I transitioned to politics, and now administration. Yes. So
man won't get it. He won't get it. They superintendent by all means. Retired from preaching.
Dolu will not succeed in Jesus' name. Dolu will not succeed in Jesus' name.
Go ahead,
yes. So, General Doe, actually, since I came, have visited the court, I have visited the prison compound. Apart from going to see the wall falling, I went there. Actually, the situation of long prison stay is not pleasing, but it's like almost a national issue now. Even in Monrovia, these things happen. It's not. It's not right. Sometimes people suffer. So people suffer unjustly sometimes, but that's the situation we have. So at times, if you talk about people demanding money that I don't know, that's speculation and I cannot prove it. So I can't really comment on that to say the people demand money before people can come to court. That I don't know, because the government of Liberia provide public defender who comes in defense of people who don't have money, and then you have county attorney who is supposed to prosecute people who violate the law. So if public defender or somebody is asking for money, that is not to my knowledge, and no one has actually reported it to me. Probably the fear in government, they are afraid to share such a thing with me, but that is not my knowledge. But they don't stay in prison. Actually, such is the time, such is the condition. It's not pleasant though. I don't support it, but if the court does not have more staff and then you only have one judge presiding over the period, sometimes these things happen. The circuit court has one judge. If there are lower cases that has to do with magisterial court, I think there are about 3 or 4 magistrates here that can deal with them once easily. But when it comes to circuit court, we have one circuit judge, and then sometimes presiding judge. For time to time, they do change them, and That, and I mean that I know about. For this particular case now, I will go again to see the doctor because when the court was opening this time around, I was in Moravia ongoing training. And since I came, I have not really had time for myself to visit some of these things because I came on Saturday, Monday was Tuesday on the domestic revenue mobilization, domestic resources mobilization for revenue generation. We're on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I have meetings, staff meeting. Today again, I have very long staff meeting. You know, so yes, I've
So can
been
I do a
extremely
follow-up?
busy.
Can I do a follow-up on
Yeah,
the question? Yeah, so
yes,
I
go ahead.
understood you very well that it is true they are serving those sentences because the government is incapacitated to provide a lot of workers to help with the situation. Now, why don't you go and encourage
Hmm.
your local authority to do what they call catch and release? Because probably the man has been arrested for something that will take him 6 months in prison if he's
Yes.
convicted.
How do
But
you
now he has
describe
served for
that?
over two
How do you
years.
describe that?
They call it
I'm
catch and
come.
release.
How do you
They call it,
describe catch and release?
yes, you release and you
Is it
catch
part?
later on.
Is it part of our?
Because,
Is it part of our local?
but Mr. Superintendent,
Superintendent, you can read the law and then do that. Even here in the United States, those kind of crimes, somebody jack somebody's cell phone, somebody owing somebody, they got community services, people go and do that. DUI, somebody driving,
All
you're
right.
driving drunk, and they charge you $1,000 for the fine. They tell you, say, well, go and clean the city. You pick up trash from the city,
Okay.
72 hours. For the 2
All right.
hours after that, you release. Do that. People cannot go jack
Okay.
phone, people owing people, and spending 6-7 months in jail, Mr. Honorable Superintendent. I think there's a need to release
Yeah.
some of the
Okay.
guys
Okay.
in the prison cell that they're keeping there.
Yes. Yeah.
Because some guys
Okay.
committed petty crimes
In
over there. They stay there.
okay. So to in our I mean in our jurisdiction, we have something called that. If you have court trial and you didn't appear in court for 3 terms, your lawyer can file in for you to be released. All right, and then we will also have this misdemeanor. I mean, they can do that for misdemeanor, but I think for felony or felonious charges, they don't. Like
Yeah.
arson,
We understand.
it's a first degree felony,
Yeah,
so they
yeah,
cannot.
those are crimes now. People who
Right.
try to
So all
property
we
on
can
fire,
do,
do tell people things. We don't
fine.
expect you to go stay advocating for them to go
Misdemeanor.
to service. But you have to give those
Very
people the
well.
chance.
Sometimes they do.
They give them due process so they can be in front of a judge. They can plead their case, and if the law find them guilty, the law find them guilty. The law
Yeah.
feel there's no magnitude, no evidence from the state. They release the people. But you
Sure.
can't keep it at 9 months.
Sure. We can keep it perpetually. So like I said, I'm going to follow up to see if they are on a docket this term of court. Let them do just that. All right. Let them do just that. Bring the people to court, and then if you don't have the time and you find out another nearby court does not have enough cases on the docket, you can change the trial venue. All those are possibilities.
Yeah.
I will follow up again. Maybe by Sunday we will discuss it. I might come back with a feedback, or the upper Sunday when I'm appearing, I will give you a clearer picture and then a feedback.
Okay. Thank you,
Honorable
Mr.
President, the issue
Okay,
you might
okay,
come
okay,
back
Prince.
with positive
Let me
results,
take this question from
not
this angle.
guaranteed.
Yeah, Prince.
Mr.
What?
Let me take it from this angle.
Mr. Tolu, 1 minute, I go to John Goa in studio. John Goa.
Let me take it from this angle. Let us take this. Let us take this from the angle of the case that involve 5 of Nigerians that are being barred as related to the incident of occurred that resulted to the burning of the pulse of Senator Zoe Malapian. And as may be aware, information reaching us says those guys who were arrested, they were not investigated, and now they are being barred. What your office is doing in making sure that you meet with the county attorney and the public defender as related to people who are being barred and they were not investigated. What your office is doing since December of last year, December of this year, we're making it 1 year in prison, and they were not investigated. What your office is also doing, though, but then you were not in office as the chief executive officer of the country. What are you doing, Honorable Superintendent, to prompt into this matter so that those guys who were not investigated and they were just grabbed on the street and sent adequately to prison? Why office doing in making sure that they can be brought adequately to the court for proper investigation before sentenced if guilty? Let's hear from you, Chief.
Okay, thank you, John. That aspect of the online investigator, I don't want to dwell on it too much because there is no way that you say they were not investigated. Then how were they charged? If they are not being tried in a court, that's a different thing. But I'm sure they made statements at the police station in that part of investigation that which form charges carry them to the court before they will be sent to pre-trial detention. So I don't want to believe that they were investigated. They were interrogated, made statements before they were transferred to the court. They didn't just come from the street to the court. From the street, they went to the police station, they made statements. They were based on the statement they made that they were transferred to the court, and based on those statements that they were sent to pre-trial detention. I don't want to believe that they were investigated. Pre-trial detainees.
Also, we have gone to the police station. We have gone to the police station, carry on our background check.
Okay, then I'll go there to find out.
Nobody gave us information.
How did they come out?
How these people were investigated? That's what I'm saying. They were not investigated.
How did they come down with the charges? So how did they come down with the charges? Okay, that's something that attracts my attention. All right.
Were they charged? You see any charge sheet that they tell you? They were not charged. What general charge sheet? They were charged. They were not charged. This boy just grab on the screen, just carry them. And say, okay, send them. We see them with Kamoa. We see them with that sewing their hand. They are one of they are one of those. The master matter, the branding of the horse, so they carry them. That's how the people were arrested and sent to prison. They went there. I want to see the charge. That's what I'm saying.
I will find out, John.
And then week time they already estimated and determined the cost of the house and all the property. Everything came to I don't know how many.
I think 1.5 million.
No, but this is
No. Who the real estate guy who can did the appraisal of those property and name I don't understand. It was we try to get them and the part of it we're not holding it because you're not in office that time. But when you call these people who are doing these things in your county, the police chief, people from the arresting officer, they can't. Nobody want to speak to you. So then the people are going to assume. You know that.
Of course, that's speculation. Of course. Once people don't have information, they speculate.
Yeah.
Yes. So I mean, that's the situation. It's good, but John, you also are not treating me fair because we've been here. You've not raised these issues with me for me to follow, and you and I we've been talking. So I think John share in the verdict.
So John should be blamed too.
Yes, sure, because he had never shared this with me.
John spoke on it.
When the superintendent has people that are working with me, I think they should have been one of the putting the superintendent.
John, you and I are friends. You're almost like a media advisor to me, John. John, don't deny your closeness to me, John.
Judah and Jesus.
You want to deny the superintendent because John, what the superintendent saying, I want to believe it because we're talking the superintendent camera, we're not coming. You say I'm on the road right now to him. You got on the back and
yeah. Imagine they will question other people. They will ask them, tell the superintendent to call me, and the security. Everybody knows John. So John came at the training and he was here. So
John, go guys.
All right.
My man.
Okay,
no, John don't get nothing. John doesn't get nothing.
You want to go put the camera and put the camera on. John, I mean, you are aware now that those cars, they saw where everything and they put the proper the people, even the little child, what we're talking about, that little 4-year-old, there were no proper investigation. The police were supposed to be in communication with the clinic that they took the child to. They don't suppose look at the get man. The police the fundings from the hospital to give it to the police. Who does that? The chief, the police could have gone over there to the hospital, to the clinic. That's their job, and get all the police report. I mean, the hospital report to see if the child was tampered with. And that's how people do things around here, but it's different over there. They're telling the mom to bring a 4-year-old to the court. Can you imagine, Superintendent? In our house, there's something happening. They say bring a 4-year. Why the chief of the police, the attorney, waiting now, man, could not go to the house to go and ask the little child.
Prince,
General Doe.
There's a guy
if that happened, then it's not nice. Because it should be.
There's a guy here want you to bring it on. You say he's Colonel Talley, former director of National Police of Correction. He wants to be part of the.
Well, bring the man on Sunday down now. The superintendent, we can do that too. Now, Superintendent, go ahead.
Yes, now that I'm hearing some of these things, truly, it's good to be honest about issues, and I am going to follow. That's why I'm taking note, because he knows I'm taking. Will be my reference point. That when I'm following up on the issue before I come back, I will be equipped with information.
Okay, Mr. Superintendent. Because I mean, look at. Let's take an example. Alfred Donald's case. People were arrested. Say in prison.
Yeah.
Whoever arrested the people, when the person here come down, say release the people. We are getting info that the people have been released without going for. He spent 1 year in jail, Superintendent, and the guy said when the man okay that day, he said release the man. That's what 1970, 1916, and we're hearing so. Even the PRC time was some other thing. Now what we have advanced a little bit, Mr. Superintendent, and we're still seeing a repeat of those things. It's kind of troubling though.
Sure.
Mr. Goa, you got a question for the superintendent or Mr. Doe?
Yeah. I have a question for the superintendent. I want the superintendent to make this clear. Recently, the county superintendent visited the victim's mother, and in his visitation, there is this word used by the county superintendent, asking the mother, the victim, to be to keep quiet and stop the too much stuff. People on the outside are saying that the word used by the county superintendent telling the victim's mother to keep quiet and stop the too much talking, they seem to be the other way. And so, like the county superintendent come and said, the county superintendent is in support of we are getting information that the county superintendent is in support of the act exhibited by the county and talking about allegedly tampering with this little girl in question case. It was validated upon that the county superintendent was then telling the victim's mother to keep quiet and stop too much talk. And also, let's hear from you, Panahang.
Superintendent, you understood John's question? I think he froze.
It's not. I think you're reading something.
No, he froze.
Like taking side with the county attorney. Oh, that is yeah. Oh, okay.
Superintendent,
are you there?
Hello.
Yeah, we're hearing you, Superintendent. Go ahead.
Okay, someone was asking questions that I was not getting, and then it suddenly broke into me.
Go ahead and answer your question, please.
Honorable Superintendent, the issue that involved the alleged rape case of this 4-year-old child, and that involved a Fudaman, and information reaching our desk says, of recent you visited this victim's mother, and in your visitation there was this word used by you that I want you to keep quiet and stop too much stuff. But again, people on the outside are saying, you are in support of the art exhibited, the alleged art exhibited by the county, and trying to compromise this case. And so it was predicated upon that and used that words that the agents want us to keep quiet and stop too much stuff. So let's hear from you from that uncle also.
My man, I think ask that question to Megan Freeze.
So remember our different question? The internet issue in Grand Gira too. You got
Are you there?
Raining now, so. Why you want to open the line?
So Superintendent, if yeah, so that talk to our that's open the line here from our colors. Coming tonight, the superintendent just left the line. And so my next question to the county superintendent is the superintendent has largely involved into criminal act according to the information that was published by Choice Communication Network. The county superintendent alleged they withdrawn 35 million Liberians that are from the account of the county. So folks, I actually want the county superintendent to explain on this, to tell us what about this alleged development that we've been fought in the county. So folks, Superintendent Green is far. Let's see what we can have Superintendent Green. I think that's the network. Don't stand network.
The network is
very yes, right. Even including the punish.
Superintendent, are you hearing us?
I'm hearing you now, but I was off completely. So
yeah,
since you're asking for
the allegation about you allegedly withdrawing $35 million from the county's account.
That's not true. But that's not true. I got nothing much to say about it. Is there somebody saying you are guilty, prove your innocence? But that's not something that I want to respond to because I know as much as possible.
That's one of them.
Yeah. Okay. What the other one?
John Goa.
Yes, I'm getting French.
What's the other one?
You heard the superintendent?
What's the other one? I was having problem with the name, so I couldn't understand what you was asking.
$25 million question you asked the superintendent. He said you don't want to speak about it because it's not true. So superintendent, you did
if they have issue,
you did not withdraw any money
no.
from the account?
That's a blatant lie. So I don't want to, or something. It's not true. They should prove that. Let them prove their case. If you have confront me with the evidence, well, you can say you are guilty of innocence. So I don't want to give them. Yes, that's not true. And I encourage you not to waste your time away because the first thing Grand County does not have LBDR bank account. So I don't want to glorify that they are fictitious fabrication. The last one, the first one I heard was like I visited a alleged victim's mother. And I gave her advice. Which is true. I visited her and I told her not to talk too much because if otherwise you may be arming your opposition against yourself. So once a case is in court, if you start talking about it, that prejudicial, in fact, the court can find you. And that was the first question, I think double asked, and I made it clear. So I'm speaking from experience as a former lawmaker. So it doesn't mean I'm taking side with anybody, no.
Okay, John Goa. General Doe?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we've been in here now for almost an hour. We told y'all we're going to leave exactly 1 hour.
Yeah, so before we go to General Doe, Honorable Superintendent, what are you doing now to since
the point Grand Jury sending the question to John, so John just relaying the question. General
Doe. Okay.
Yeah, so this question is from UT Designate Better Deal. He said, Honorable Super, what are you doing now to reawaken the case of Alfred T.C. Johnson, you are now back in county as the county superintendent.
You want to be arrested and then tried?
Yeah, you said what the county superintendent is going to reawaken the case of Alfred Johnson, saying he's now the superintendent of Rangers County. So those who I think can respond to that, who go to our colors.
We have to know that the superintendent works for the executive branch, and the judiciary branch is another branch of government. So you want the superintendent to interfere with the justice system? Don't think the court call that interfering?
We shall know that it is clear that the county superintendent is not working for the judicial branch of government. So I don't know on what ground that the county superintendent can reawaken the case of Mr. Alfred T.C.
All right, John, open the line. Open the line. We got 10 more minutes to get out of here.
Executive branch of government. Yeah,
Sunday,
so let us hear from
this coming Sunday, we're going to be here with the superintendent for 2 hours. We'll add extra 30 minutes there. We'll ask the superintendent to make it 2 hours and a half. We want to do it every Sunday. Going forward, every Sunday, 8 p.m. Grand Jira time, 4 p.m. here, my time. We're going to bring the superintendent on.
Yeah, so that you from the superintendent from our citizens tonight. So what's the name of what you call from? Good evening and welcome to the show tonight. Let's hear from you, Chief. This is one welcome to the show tonight. Yeah, go ahead, Chief. Thank you, very much. So speaker calls coming tonight is 088087888. Just received a call from the county superintendent.
I didn't understand that guy at all.
Yeah, I just received a call from the county superintendent that his form is off. The one that he was going live with is off. So it's going to be with us Sunday. On our Sunday discussion. It's going to be here with us in studio.
Yeah, Sunday at 8 p.m., 8 to 10. We talk to the superintendent to give us 2 hours, 8 to 10. Let's hear from General Doe. We have recorded off now because we said 2 hours and a half, and the people came in late. We cannot. So Doe, let's hear from you.
Yeah, Prince, I want to give my time to a few people who want to make a phone call from the USA. Thank you.
Yeah, but nobody calling. I put the number down. I even pin the number here. When you look on the thing, I pin the number, and nobody calling. So that means they don't have question.
Oh, okay. So thank you very much. I think today is a prelude. So the next time, I think everybody will be, ready to come on and say what they want to say. But it's important that we digest the topic. Some of the things the superintendent said, he need to go back to do a research or revisit his officials, because we cannot do business. People will not do business in Grand Judea County when these things happening every day and night. It's not good for our county. But I hope that you will, do your homework and come back. Thank you.
Yeah, so Prince, let us get few calls from our people tonight, and we can call it a date here on this platform.
Yeah, let's take two calls, John. Let's take two calls from your end. We're taking two calls from your end, John. Then we're going to call it a day, and we're going to see the president, superintendent, here on Sunday at 8 p.m., 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 p.m. General Thomas Doe time. That's Central Time.
Yeah, so keep the calls coming on 08808783820755151308. 08808783820775151308. Put the call through tonight. It's going to be live on this platform. Or you can call us on our WhatsApp line +231772770. 212 +231772770. 212 for the call through tonight, and you're going to be live on this platform. Let us get two calls, then we'll call it a date here tonight on this platform. Keep the calls coming, and you're going to be live here tonight on this all important platform. This is the program and the face the issues in the Prince Double Show. I'm here tonight.
We got Madam Gallo on the line here. John,
let us start with this person.
Don't go out 1 minute. Somebody on the line. I don't know if you're hearing me, but Madam Felicia Gallo is on the line. Go ahead.
Yeah, how you doing, Prince?
I'm good.
Yeah, okay. I really don't know the topic on our discussion, but I thought the superintendent, our superintendent was online, so because I have. Oh, you got to turn it. Yeah, somebody else listening to it here. So I thought he was online. I just wanted to ask him a question, but I think I overheard you saying that he's coming on tomorrow. So I'll make sure I come on tomorrow to ask my question.
Yeah, he'll be here Sunday, not tomorrow. We're gonna do
the
whole of September, every Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
8 p.m. Liberia time. The superintendent going to give us 2 hours. He agreed to that. So we're going to start this coming Sunday.
Yeah. Thank God. Thank you so much, Prince, because these things are necessary. We need to talk to our leaders. They need to hear from us. So I must applaud you for the step that you are taking. We need to talk to the superintendent, because I tried to call him when I was in Liberia, but he intentionally did not pick my phone up. So this is the time that I'm going to express myself to him and ask him why he did that. So again, I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to all of you in the studio there. I pray that God bless all of you. And God bless Grand Judea County.
Okay.
God bless you too, Mama.
God bless you, Madam Gallo. Thank you very much.
So keep your calls coming tonight on 0880878382,
John, we got only 3 more minutes. John, we got 3 minutes to be out of here, or you're going to continue? I have to run. I got to wrap it.
Yeah. So that's the same 3 minutes we have it because of this tonight that most of our panelists live on the line. So let's talk to this person. This person will be our last caller, and we'll call it this here tonight on this platform. Sorry, this person on the line. So let's just give the person just a second chance. Let's see what this person will be back on the line. So keep the calls coming tonight on 0880878382. 0880878382. County Superintendent, sir. He's going to be with us here in the studio on Sunday to discuss issues of concern. I thought to this person. But you know what? I don't know where you call from. But you know, Ryan, welcome to the show tonight. Let's hear from you, Chief.
Thank you so much. Let me say a few things to the
You have 30 seconds with me. So
John, a question is asking or a comment?
the message is superintendent Danny's error. Let us do the next question. We can watch the meaning of the
They get these guys one minute to go. John got to lead. That's the last caller there.
Abraham Wright, you are our last and lucky caller here tonight. Let's hear from you. Sorry.
No, you can't do that.
Thank you. Thank you. I think the superintendent going to focus on that. Like we said, the superintendent going to be with us here on Sunday in the studio to discuss this issue. But there are a lot of people that are nearby, according to our unconfirmed information. They were not judged, they were not guilty, or pleaded not guilty. They are nearby. And so, folks, they not nearby or are the National Palace of Correction. And so, folks, that goes straight to Prince, our Prince. I think we can stop
the senior man. 1 minute to conclude, so we can cut the show off. Sunday we're gonna be here. Let's go down, Mr. Doru. You got 1 minute, please. For
thank you, Prince. It's exciting to everyone to have the county highest officer on this show. But for me personally, it's my personal opinion. I did not even get anything away from here. And because a lot of the questions that were asked the superintendent, he does not have grip on those questions. He didn't reveal anything positive in my mind. So if he was here, he probably listening. When he coming back, he should give us a plan moving forward that we should expect from him next Sunday. They follow all that he's going to do. Other than that, I just feel that he has not been working in the interest of the people in the county. So I know if the superintendent is listening to me, please get grip on those issues of concern to us. There's nothing that has more gravity than those guys that are in prison. We want you to please do the best you can so you can get back to us on the way forward. Thank you.
Thank you, General Doe.
Yeah, Prince, thank you very much. And thank you, John. Thank you to Duru and the rest of you. For me, I'm not going to grade the superintendent tonight in terms of whether he answer question or not, because most of the things that we ask, he saw us that he will get back to the individual who are responsible in our area and bring the information. Until then, I wait before I can make comment on that. I want to appreciate for the fact that he came to our phone call. I think these kind of interactions, if we do that all the time, we will understand what happened in the county.
Ali, our emotional stuff.
I think that we should not give up. We need to step up more and more. People need to call in, people need to bring information so we can see. Because all these things, when they happen in the county, sometimes they say, American people, I can't do that. Who are kind of play when you won't kill them people running behind them? Nobody. So we need to start these things, that peace and justice be for all. So everybody can be free and move around. The Lebanese, Indians, whoever you want to come, you think they want to leave their comfort zone and come to somewhere they will be chasing them around? So we need to discuss this in print. So thank you.
Thank you very much, John Goa. That's it right there, Mr. Goa. Mr. Doe, thank you. We're going to be here on Sunday. I will share the link with you, and we're going to be here. Thank you very much, Mr. Doe, for initiating. Everything that we're doing here is all the effort of Mr. General Doe. Thomas Doe called the superintendent, put on the line, and then the process started. Thank you very much, Mr. Doe. Mr. Goa?
Yeah, so friends, let me say many thanks to our callers and to our diaspora, like Nigerians, that make it known by being on the show here tonight. Again, the county superintendent has been said he's going to be here, of course, on Sunday and to address. According to him, he said that everybody's giving problem, even the phone went off at the one that he was using to go live. So on Sunday, he's going to be here to answer this question. So I'd like to say many thanks to all of you. One of the things I want to make clear to all of you, I'm not a PRO of the county superintendent. I'm not even going to be the PRO of the county superintendent. So,
John Clay, knee on that one. Mr. Goa, thank you very much. I will see you. I will call you tomorrow so we can talk.
Good night, Prince. Thank you.
Good night, and thanks for watching those that are watching.